I can't go here yet. This door's closed. We will be opening that door. So there is something we can press which will open that door. But so that's where we will go later. So we need to find another door to go through. Otherwise we're going to be trapped. Now there should be another one. Is it round here? There we are. It's this door here. And this leads us into a room, I think, with a big block. So this room can be very deceptive because you have to move the block because it's got two things that we need. It will show... Oh, hello. It will show where we need to put in a circuit board. And it's also guarding a hidden door as well. So if you don't actually see it, then it can be really confusing because you'll open a door and you'll think it's somewhere else in another level. It's actually in this room here. Alright, so we will be needing to get across there as well later on. And getting into that room. Don't worry about those thugs, they can't get you. The door won't open or anything. But if we go here, check it out. You want to swim through here and then turn around. Because I think there's a diver. Get your pistols out and then just shoot him. There's quite a few of them on this level. I think there's about 3 or 4, something like that. They're really annoying. They're like the worst enemies in the game for me because for some reason on the PC they're super accurate. And it's like I try using a harpoon gun on them. The harpoon gun is just literally a very useless weapon against these underwater baddies. I'm just never in the right position. And it takes loads of them just to sort of pop them down. So it's much better just to get your pistols out and just shoot them. Much easier. Right, now this bit requires a lot of concentration and you have to get it right first time. You have to pull a succession of levers in different areas to open that door. Remember the first stairwell we went up to and we couldn't get through because the door was locked? Well, one of these levers here will actually open that stairwell. The door on the stairwell, I should say, into the next area. See, it opens that room. Now we need to get out of here. So we need to hang a right, I believe. And that will put us all the way back out into the main passageway. And then we can turn around. It's very confusing and I messed up loads of times trying to get this right. I would always run out of air or something would just go wrong. So now we're out of there. We're going to save the game as per usual. And that's kind of what I do. At various points, always save your game after every little thing that you do. It's so easy, as I said, to get it wrong or screw up. So always have backup saves as well. Right, so now that that's done, we're going to revisit that first door we went through. So now we can probably get through there now. Hopefully. And we're going to see what's through there. So I think there's some goons up here or something. I love the way it's like the stairs carry on for a bit. Yeah, this is it. One of my favourite parts of the level, this. So you've got this like helicopter there. Bartoli's thugs. See that more just appear? I think that's awesome. Is there any more? I love the way how that thing just flies off as well. It's like, nope, nope, nope. They've got some goodies on them, so we'll take those. So I'm doing really well as well, but I could always do better when it comes to the medipacks. So I've got those goodies. So there's a burner puzzle coming up now. This is one of the easiest puzzles to do because you don't have to turn off the burners. You can literally just, I guess, just jump through them and get the machine, the circuit board, I guess, or whatever it is. You could get that quite easily. So you've got 2 switches. I have no idea what the first switch does. But if you go over here, this trapdoor opens and check it out. We've got the M16 and the M16 ammo as well. And look at that, we're just glitching through the burners. You're not supposed to do this, I think. You're supposed to use the other switch which turns them off. But you can actually get through. It's really weird how this works. And you can see I've just picked up the first circuit board, the first of 2 circuit boards that we need. Let's just jump over that. Nice and simple. Now I'm going to save it here because I don't want to get set on fire, because although it's easy to avoid, it's also easy to touch the flames, and that's something we want to avoid. So I'm just going to jump through them. See, I could probably just walk through them maybe. I don't know, it just seems like there's a little bit more space than I need. But check it out, this is what you're supposed to do conventionally. You hit this lever and they go off. I've no idea what it does. I've no idea what this switch does either. Like, what is the point of this switch? Does it raise the trapdoor? It doesn't seem to do anything at all, so I don't know what it does. Well, anyway, we got that first component now. All good in the hood, and we can carry on. Oh, I love it. All these dead thugs. There's even mortar killers as well. Pop down here. I got my shotty out just in case. You get a few rogue thugs as well roaming around, I've noticed, or dogs or something, as you enter the one sort of the main square perimeter of this room a bit later on, so you have to watch out for that. And those metal doors, as I said, they will open, but we can't open them yet. We need to return to the room with the block. Now, we need to move the block a few times. It's got a door like right by it, and I don't even see it. It's the first time I've really noticed that door, like watching my own footage. But yeah, this circuit board, put it in. Now you hear a door open, and it's easy to think that it's elsewhere in the compound, but it isn't. And you've just seen a quick edit there of me on the other side of the block. I did that because I heard that door open and I didn't see the door in this room first time round, so I was like, oh, it must be somewhere in the level. So I spent about 10 minutes looking around, realising that no, it is in fact this room and this door. So that's why I said you've got to be really observant. Right, we're going to be picking up the second dragon here, which I believe is the Jade Dragon. I have picked up the first one, the stone one, and I've not mentioned it. I just realised. So if you're keeping score at home, I'll be getting the second one. I will be getting the third one as well, which I actually remembered when I did this. I was quite surprised because I've got the world's worst memory, but it's like right at the end of the level. I think I remember reading about it when I was a kid, and I think it's like probably Games Master magazine. There was a little guide as to where they all were, and someone said, oh, it's right at the end of the level with the monk, and I'm like, oh, okay. Really easy to find, strangely enough. Okay, so in order to get it though, you have to do something very, very cryptic that you wouldn't expect. Now, it's easy to think there's like nothing to get here, so there's some harpoons there. There's a secret door that opens up if we carry on, turn around, and if we just go up this way, just being careful not to fall in, and if you just sort of, I don't know, it just sort of opens up. Look at that. It leads to a switch. So push the switch. Now that opens a trapdoor in the water down below, and we can get the Jade Dragon. So I'm just... This was me wondering, like, what have I just done? You know, because like sometimes you push the switch, something significant happens, like water's drained from one area, but no, it just opens this trapdoor. That's the second one. And when I get the third one, oh boy, man, I get loads of Uzi clips. So I'm like stocked up to the nines now with Uzi ammo, which I'm kind of saving for the tougher stages. Let's save the game here. And boom, right. So where to go now is the question. Well, I believe I need to go back into the water. I think there's another passageway under there. So let's just... I just sort of close the trapdoor, just like, oh, okay. I didn't steal the Jade Dragon, wasn't me, sir. And I'm trying to think where to go. At this point, it does get very confusing, because there's quite a few things to do on here. So let's pop back in the water. Now, I think there's like an underwater passage here, but check it out. As soon as we go in, once again, the divers appear. I think there's... I do think there's only one, but he's a real git to get as well. I kind of hear his breathing, and I kind of get up here, because basically if you hear their breathing, you want to get out of the way, because as I said, they're really accurate with their harpoon guns. So I'm going to wait for him now, and I'm actually faster than him this time round. He seems to take his sweet time to get out of the water. We should appear very, very shortly. Come on. There we are. And this is annoying as well. I'll show you why. Because look, I shoot him. I thought I shot him, because what tends to happen is when you shoot a bad guy, Lara will aim and shoot at them. And then occasionally when they're dead, she'll stop aiming at them. But here, the game tricked me. Either that or he moved out of the way, so I thought I'd got him. Yeah, I've got him now. I don't think the divers ever have anything on them. I mean, like, you can't pick things up in water, unfortunately. Well, not like, you know, on top of the water. So we'll go through this long sort of passage here and check it out. Now, down here there's a diving vessel, which I believe is used at the end of the level. So it's what the thugs are using to explore the wreck of the Maria Dora, the ship, because they need to get that item in order to get back to China, I think, or to get to Tibet. Oh my god, it goes on and on. You need an item to get to Tibet, and then you need to get an item from Tibet just so you can get back to China. It's very, very confusing, but also awesome at the same time. Alright, so we're in this room here. Now, there are two ways you can enter this room, but you can only go on two individual sections of the room at a time. So this route leads you onto this platform only. You can't go anywhere else in this room. Chances are, if you're a Tomb Raider 2 aficionado, you might be able to glitch and get onto the platforms where those thugs are. That's something I might actually research, because I'm always fascinated by Tomb Raider 2 speedrunners and glitches and things, so I might check that out. All we can do at the moment though is take out these thugs, and it's a good idea to do that because you don't want to be worrying about them when we come back to this area. Jump up here and hit the switch. Now, this opens that door in the room with the block and the thugs and the locked door and things, so this lets them out. Oh god, yeah, you guessed it, the freaking divers are back. Look at that, I have to fucking use another medipack because that little bastard. Tell you what, the most annoying enemies in the game. Right, I'm just gonna... I think I've got him. Quite possibly. I hope I have anyway. See, look, I'm thinking, oh, it's so frustrating because I'd love to get on there, but I just can't. That's the thing about Tomb Raider, you can only go on, pull up to certain platforms that Lara can reach. Now, obviously in the real world, she would be able to reach it, but for some reason she struggles with this. So at first I thought, oh, there's got to be a way of doing it. Maybe it's a trick. Maybe I'm just not trying, but no, you can't do it. So we're going to go back through this underwater passage, and we're going to head through the room with the block in. We're going to take out some thugs and sort out the rest of the room. Let's pop up, there we go. Lovely stuff. And look at that, see what I mean? Another roaming thug. That's what's so cool about this level. You just never know what's going to happen. I've picked up... Oh, hello. It's another one now. Dropping like flies. and he's got easy clips. I love it. It's just so friggin' rewarding. Oh, it's those guys from that room. That's what it is. I was sort of wondering.